Hey friends, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a what sold on Poshmark video, but first I want to talk a little bit about sales and how things have been going for me recently, because that's a question I've been getting asked a lot over on Instagram in the comment section on Poshmark. People just want to know, how are sales right now? Are you experiencing slow sales, and what's going on just basically with all the changes and everything that's been going on in the world the last few weeks? Is that affecting your sales? And the answer is yes, it is affecting my sales. And from what I've seen online in the reseller community and what other sellers I know that I've talked to, they have been affected as well. And I think that's pretty common when there is a big change in the not only the US but all throughout the world, and especially with the economy. Sales is typically something that goes up and down in cycles, and we're definitely in a down section right now, or I can really only speak for myself. So what I wanted to do today is go through my last week of sales with you guys, because I know I show a lot of times these huge sales numbers, and I talk about maybe one day where I had a ton of sales, or over the weekend a few days where I had a bunch of sales. And I want to be real with you, because this past week it has been so slow for me. There have been days where I've only had one sale. There's been days where I've had a bunch of sales, and it's really been all over the place. But overall, sales are really down for me, and honestly, it's to be expected, like I said before, just with everything that's going on, and especially because we're at the beginning of it, so people aren't really sure, what's going on with their jobs. Some people are losing their jobs, unfortunately, which my heart goes out to all of them, and just having less disposable income overall to spend on things like shopping or clothes or things that are non-essentials. However, I definitely know this isn't going to be forever, because like I said, sales goes in cycles and it goes up and down, and you really have to be patient. So even though right now it seems like it could be, the end of everything, and you're questioning, like, should I continue to be a reseller? Am I going to be able to make a living doing this? And the answer is, if you stick with it and if you're consistent, things will even out. We just don't know how long that's going to take. So what I'm going to do during this time is every Sunday I'm going to make a what sold video like this and go through all my sales with you. So like I said, I didn't have that many sales this week. I think I had like 22 or 23 sales for the whole week, Sunday through Saturday. I'm going to do last Sunday to Saturday. And typically I would say I average like 10 sales per day. So having 21, 23 sales for a week, that's like 3 sales a day. And it can definitely be a little disheartening and a little unmotivating to have that. But I know, like I said, and I keep repeating it, that things are going to change. So what I'm going to focus on moving forward is continuing to do what's in my control and what I can, and not really change the way that I do my business. So I'm going to continue to list new items consistently. I'm really trying to list new items every day, even if it's one item a day. I feel like whenever I list items, even if I don't sell any of the new items, something old sells, or at least it brings more attention to it. It's something with the algorithm. So I want to keep listing continuously, and then continuing to share my Poshmark closet, which I do every single day. I share my closet myself, and I like to share it once in the morning and then in the evening, and then other just items sporadically throughout the day as well. And then the other thing I'm doing is sending offers to likers and being a little bit more flexible with offers that are being sent to me. So I have noticed a lot of lower offers, people looking for a deal and things like that. Honestly, that's pretty typical, because people always want to get a deal, and if there's an offer button, they're probably going to send you an offer trying to get that deal. But yeah, I have noticed some lower offers lately, and I'm trying to be a little more flexible with my pricing. But I don't want to just like give stuff away, because I know my item's value, I know my time, and even if the item doesn't sell right now, I'm willing to be patient and wait for the right buyer to come along, because I just don't want to be giving my inventory away and losing money or barely making a profit. I want to have a little bit more patience. So everyone's situation is different. If you feel like you need to take those low offers, take them. And also on bundles, I want to be a little bit more flexible, and I always think it's better to increase the cart size and sell a decent amount of items to one person, and I think that in turn brings more sales as well, and also has the potential to bring a repeat customer, which I think is key in building your business. So those are a few things I'm doing right now to hopefully continue to increase my sales as this goes on, but I'm going to, again, just keep listing items, keep sharing my closet, and being slightly flexible with offers and bundle prices. So those are kind of my tips for right now. So let's go ahead and get into my sales for last week, and I'm just gonna go through and tell you the amount the item or bundle sold for, and keep in mind Poshmark does take a 20% fee off of that, and then also I have to take out my cost of goods in order to get my actual earnings. And I don't share cost of goods on my channel, it's just a business decision that I've made for myself. So keep all of that in mind, and let's see what has been selling lately on Poshmark. Okay, so I have all my sales pulled up on my phone, and I'm gonna put on the screen next to me as I go through what the item is. I'll show a picture of the item, a tag if I have a picture of any label, just to give you an idea of what is selling for me. And I'm gonna start with the oldest from last Sunday and go up to Saturday. And typically for me, I usually am busier during the week, like on a Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday, and my sales are slower on the weekend. But I noticed this past week I was having more sales on the weekend, so on Sunday, and then yesterday it started picking up again. So we'll see if that continues to be the trend. But the first sale I had last week was a boutique hat. It is just like a faux suede, kind of trendy style hat. And I have it listed at $30, but I got an offer for $24, and I had sent out offers to Likers recently on this item for it to be sold at $27 with a shipping discount. So $24 to me was fine, so I went ahead and accepted it. Again, I'm being a little more flexible with pricing as long as it's reasonable. So that sold for $24, and then I actually sold like 10 minutes after that hat sold. I got another offer for the same hat. I have multiple quantities of it because it is a boutique item. So boutique, for those of you who don't know, I purchase it wholesale from the manufacturer, and I can purchase multi-quantity, which is really nice because again, you have one listing and you can sell it multiple times, like this hat. So someone else after that first one sold made me an offer of $22, and I could have countered them and been like, oh, $24, because I just sold the same hat for $24. However, I didn't want to lose the sale. I wanted to keep my momentum going, so I went ahead and accepted the $22 because in the end, what's another dollar and some change that I would have made on it? So that hat sold for $22, so I sold two of those back to back, which is strange, and I've had that item listed for a few months now. I still have some more of them as well. And then the next sale I had was a bundle sale, and I'm always trying to sell bundles. Like I mentioned when I was talking in the intro, I just think that's really important, increasing the cart size and to bring back a repeat customer. So I try to list stuff that is similar style in order for people to build bundles. And this bundle was a boutique item of a graphic tee. It was a poison band tee and then a belt, and the two items together sold for $55. I did accept an offer on this. She had actually offered quite a bit lower, and we kind of went back and forth, and we settled at $55, which the tee was listed at $48 originally and the belt was $22, so that would have been $70. So she got a $15 discount on that. Sorry, trying to do math in my head. $15 discount on that, which is about 20%, which I think is pretty reasonable. So I was happy with that sale. Okay, the next sale that I had was another graphic tee. It is a Johnny Cash graphic tee, and I had a bunch of these. Again, it was a boutique item. I had multiple quantities of, and I've had it for about a year. It's done pretty well for me, and I only have a couple left. So I had it listed at $35, and someone offered me $29, which I felt like was pretty reasonable. I know I've sent out offers on this item before, and I felt like that was pretty comparable. And then the next item was a headband, and again, this is another boutique item, and it seems like in the beginning right here, I'm selling a lot more of my boutique items, but I will definitely say it comes and goes in spurts. I have noticed with a lot of my like wholesaler boutique items, I can sit on them for quite a bit longer than thrifted items. But so this is a headband, and I have it listed at $18. It did sell for full price of $18, and most of the time my boutique stuff I do not take offers on. I do sell it regular price unless it's in a bundle. They get my bundle discount, etc. But on older stuff or stuff that I have only a few left of, I might be a little more flexible in pricing, but it does say on those listings price firm. So this person just went ahead and bought that headband. The next sale is a bundle sale, and it is 3 tops. Tops is my best selling category, so I really probably list the most tops, and that's something I really look for when I'm out there sourcing and thrifting when I'm able to. And I think selling bundles of tops is something that I get quite often. So this is 2 Free People tanks. It is a Free People orange, like solid tank, and then a Free People floral print tank. And then the other item was a Rolling Stones graphic tank top. So again, graphics, it's something that is just kind of prevalent in my closet. And I will say, actually, the 2 Free People tops this person bought, I found them next to each other when I was at the thrift store, so I bought them together at the same time, and then this person bought them together, which is pretty funny. So those 3 items sold for $64. I did take an offer on this bundle. I felt like it was pretty reasonable. So I originally had the Free People tops at $28 each, and then the Rolling Stones shirt at $25. So pretty significant discount there, but those 3 sold in a relatively short time. I've had both, or all 3 of those I've had listed for less than a month. The next sale was a men's item. It is a men's Lululemon tank top, and this I had listed at $35, and someone offered me $27. I went ahead and accepted it. I've probably had this tank top for, I don't know, maybe 6 weeks or so. I found a bunch of men's Lululemon together, and the other shirts were long sleeve or short sleeve, and those sold super fast. The tank top, I guess, is not as popular of a style, so that one took a little longer. So when I got the $27 offer, I went ahead and accepted that. The next sale is another graphic tee, another band tee, and it is a Doobie Brothers shirt, and this is by a brand called Trunk Ltd. I love this brand. It's super high quality and just really nice, and they do a lot of band styles. So I found a bunch of them last year, retail arbitrage, so at like a discount store. I got a pretty good deal on them, but they are very expensive normally. So I had this one listed at $50, and I've been selling most of these for $45. Like, I'm pretty firm. I won't do less than $45. However, I was talking back and forth with the person that was buying this one, and again, I'm just trying to be a little more flexible during this time because I want to have sales, but again, I don't want to give my stuff away. So I accepted an offer of $40, or we met at $40, and I feel good about that. I actually have, I think, one more of this particular style and one more size. And that was nice because, again, I could buy multiple sizes and have one listing. So this one sold for $40. It was originally listed at $50. The next sale is a boutique item. It is an UMG top. I have a lot of UMG boutique stuff in my closet. It's a brand that's pretty popular, and this top I had listed at $42, and the person bought it outright for $42, so that was a full price sale. The next sale is a bundle, and it is 2 graphic tees and a kimono. And I like to style stuff in my closet as well, and I think that helps the buyer, you know, think of outfits or things they can put together in my closet. So the kimono, I'll put that up on the screen. I have it styled with a band tee, and then the person bought 2 other tees with this kimono, so maybe it gave them the idea of different ways they could style. I definitely think all of these go together really well. So it is the leopard print kimono, a Lucky brand graphic tee that kind of had some motorcycle biker graphics on it, and then a vintage Kors t-shirt. My mom actually found the Kors t-shirt at an estate sale. It was really cool. It was from the 80s, and I just love vintage tees. So the kimono and 2 tees sold for $89.10, and I have an automatic bundle discount of 10% off 2 or more items in my closet, so this was just the automatic bundle discount. The tee was listed at $25, the Kors tee, the Lucky tee was listed at $30, and the UMG kimono was listed at $44, and with the discount, $89.10. Okay, the next sale is another graphic tee. I'm sensing a trend on what is selling in my closet, and I really like doing these videos because it also helps me understand what my buyers are buying and what I should focus on when I am listing in my closet. So if I was able to go outsourcing right now, I would be focusing on graphic tees because that's what's selling for me. But since I'm not sourcing, I don't really have to worry about that as much unless I'm looking online to buy items, which I'll talk about in a whole nother video. But I'm getting sidetracked. So this was a graphic tee I found during my Thriftmas series. I went and I looked only at graphic tees one time and I found this shirt. It was Kennebunkport, Maine. And I just thought it had a really cool graphic. I like the colors. It was an extra small, and I don't find extra small graphic tees, like kind of oversized extra small tees, that often. So I thought it was a good buy. And I had it listed at $25 and this person offered me $15. I went ahead and accepted $15. I probably would have countered $20 if I had had a sale this day, but I think this day I hadn't had a sale yet, and I was like, okay, let me accept the $15 in hopes that it spurs more sales, because I notice that too sometimes. If I just accept offers, I'll start having other items sell. So that was my reasoning behind it, and I think I did have one more sale that day, so maybe it helped some. Okay, so this next sale did sell that same day, and it is a Madewell cardigan. Madewell, I used to pick it up more often than I do now. I'm pretty picky with which Madewell pieces I get because I think the market is a little more saturated in this brand. So let me know if you agree down in the comment section below if you think Madewell is saturated or oversaturated, and I am picky. So this cardigan I loved because it is like a cream neutral color. It was an extra large and it was brand new with tags. So it had a lot going for it, and it was a recent season. And I listed this one at $75 because it was new with tags. It retailed for quite a bit more, and I've had it listed for a couple months now. I honestly thought this one would have sold faster because it had a lot of likes. However, likes don't necessarily mean it's gonna sell. But someone had offered me $60, and like I said, I had it listed at $75, so about 20% off. I went ahead and accepted that, and it sold. Okay, and then the next sale was a bundle sale, and it was 6 items. So even though I had a lower number of sales overall through the week, a good amount of them were still bundle sales. So that's why I talk so much about, you know, building bundles and things like that. I feel like I'm repeating myself a lot in this video. I think because I haven't talked to many people this week. I'm home alone like a lot of us are. And I'm talking to my friends and stuff on FaceTime, my family, and talking on the phone. But I don't know, I'm like blabbing to you guys probably more than usual just because I feel like talking. But anyways, this is a sale of 6 items, and it was, let's see, I sold it for $160. And now I know, I'm pretty sure I should screenshot when people make me offers so I can let you guys know a little bit more in detail how it worked. But this person offered me $100 on these 6 items. So $100 on 6 items, and it was a very big discount, and I did not want to give that much of a discount on these items, so I countered. And I want to say the original offer, or the original price with my discount, my automatic bundle discount, would have been like $175 or something. So I offered, or counter offered, $160. So I honestly was not expecting the person to come back and buy this, because going from $100 up to $160, that $60 difference, that's quite a bit. But they accepted my counter offer. I was so happy. So the items in the bundle, I guess I should go through that. And when I put it on the screen, I'll put the original price that I had on these items just to give you an idea of what I listed them for. But the Free People tank top, it was like a blue, really pretty floral tank, an UMG dress, and this is one that I had thrifted. It was just a white dress with really pretty floral embroidery. I love picking up floral embroidered items. And then an Urban Outfitters tank top, which I don't pick up Urban Outfitters very often, but this was very on trend. So it was leopard print, which is really popular, and it also had a square neck. So I noticed square neck stuff is selling really well. A Free People yellow floral print top, which I just listed last week, and then a pair of Sundance pants, which I really like the Sundance brand. It's kind of like a more bohemian casual line, but a little bit more mature than like Free People. And then the other item was a BB Dakota mini skirt that had fringe on it. I've been picking up a lot of skirts lately because skirts, I've noticed, have been selling more frequently than they used to for me. I used to never sell skirts, and now I feel like I'm selling a couple a week. So those 6 items came out to $160. Okay, the next sale was a graphic tank top, and I actually got this from retail arbitrage. So again, a discount store where I bought something on sale. It's brand new with tags, and I've had this one for quite a while. I've probably had this item for like 5 or 6 months, and it's by the brand Soul Angeles, which they sell sometimes at Anthropologie. It's a really nice line. It does retail for a lot, but the resale is not as good as it used to be. So I had this listed at $35. It says "Rum Away With Me," which I thought was cute, and it sold for $25. So I had it at $35. They offered me $25, and I went ahead and accepted their offer because I had it listed for a while. Okay, the next item was a graphic tee, again a Harley Davidson shirt, and it's funny because last week I actually listed a bunch of Harley Davidson shirts, and I've had some already listed in my closet, and so the night that I listed a bunch of new ones, I actually got an offer on this one, which I had for a few months. So it was kind of funny, like the new ones didn't sell, but then I sold an older one, and I had it listed at $30. They offered me $20, and I countered $25. That's typically what I like to sell my Harley shirts for, unless it's like a rare one. So I usually list them at $30 in hopes that I can get $25 for it. And if they sell for $30, that's awesome, but usually I counter until I get to $25. Okay, the next sale was a really good sale. It was my highest sale of the week, and it is a vintage Gucci handbag. And my mom actually found this one as well. So sometimes my mom goes out thrifting. Well, not now, but before. My mom would go out thrifting without me sometimes because I've trained her well, just like Grandma Hanger, and she knows what kind of stuff I like. So she found this vintage Gucci handbag at Goodwill, and it was an amazing find. And yeah, it was in really good condition. I listed it at $250, and it actually sold the same night that I listed it for $250, and it sold to one of my followers on Instagram. I mean, I sold it through Poshmark, but my follower was from Instagram. I had posted an Instagram story, and I guess she saw the bag on there, and actually she told her son that she really liked it. I'm really going in depth here, but she told her son she liked the bag, and he bought it for her 50th birthday. Anyway, she had messaged me that he bought her that bag, and I just thought that was super sweet. So if you're watching this video, thank you. Thanks to your sweet son. And yeah, vintage Gucci, or Gucci in general, is just really popular right now. So that had a ton of likes immediately. Even if it didn't sell that same night, I bet this would have sold in just a couple days because it did have so much interest, and there weren't any like that listed with the red leather. Okay, going on to my next sale, because I feel like this video is actually getting a lot longer than I thought it would be with me only having like 20 something sales. But the next sale was another graphic tee. I feel like at this point that's primarily what I should list, and it is primarily what I do list, but this was a retro style ringer tee, so it had the trim around the neck and the sleeves, and it said 20th Century Fox. I had this listed for a couple months at $25, and someone offered me, I think they offered me $15, and I countered $20, so I met them in the middle, and it sold for $20. Okay, the next sale was a bundle to one of my regulars, so thank you. I always appreciate all my regular customers, all my new customers, just any sale that I have in general, especially these days. But she bought a belt and a pair of shorts, so it was a chain belt and a pair of Lucky Brand denim shorts. So most of the shorts that I tend to pick up while I'm out are like denim, distressed, cutoffs. These had some patches on them, so that's typically the style I go for. And then belts, of course, I just pick up all the cool belts that I can find. So those two together sold for $48. I'm pretty sure, I think she offered me something and I countered her. I don't remember exactly, but we met at $48 for both of those items, and she wrote me a really sweet note in the love notes. I love receiving love notes on my items, and she just was really sweet. Okay, the next item that sold was a Madewell sweatshirt, and I just listed this I think last week as well, and it was funny. I almost didn't buy this sweatshirt when I was at the store. I got it at a buy-sell trade store, and buy-sell trade stores like Plato's Closet, Buffalo Exchange, things like that, they're typically more expensive than Goodwill, and this was priced a little higher because it was Madewell, and those stores tend to think Madewell is like a, you know, top brand. And like I mentioned before, Madewell can be oversaturated, and you just never know how it's gonna go. So I kind of debated because I was like, am I gonna be able to sell this for a decent amount to make money? And I had it listed at $35. It was a really cool sweatshirt with like a rainbow stripe on the sleeves, and someone offered me $29. It had a ton of likes on it and a ton of interest, and like I said, it sold in about a week. I still made a decent profit on it, but you know, since my cost of goods was a little bit higher, it wasn't like huge, but it sold quick. So that's the other thing. Like sometimes you can source at buy-sell trade stores and they've already done a lot of the work for you by getting trendier things, good brands, they're clean usually, in great condition. So even though you might not get as big of a margin on some of the items, they sell pretty quickly depending on what you buy. So that was the case with that Madewell item. Okay, the next thing that sold was a pair of jeans. It's a pair of Levi's jeans, and I actually got these retail arbitrage at a discount store. Levi's are currently one of my favorite brands of jeans to sell. I think they do better than a lot of even the designer denim. It's just something that's really trendy, really popular. So these sold for full price. I had them listed at $75 and someone bought them for $75. I've probably had them listed 4 or 5 months, so I have had them a while, but with a lot of that stuff like denim, that's not going to go really in or out of style, and that can be worn year round. I'm pretty patient, so yeah, someone bought this full price and I'm happy with that. Coming down the home stretch, I promise. So the next sale was a bundle sale of 2 items, and it was an Apple Watch band, which the Apple Watch bands I purchased wholesale, and they've been good consistent sellers for me, so it's something I continue to stock in my Poshmark closet. And then the other item was a pair of Adidas sneakers, and these are more of a trendy style, like that chunky platform white sneaker look that a lot of bloggers wear. And I had gotten these retail arbitrage for a pretty good deal. They were brand new. So the sneakers I had listed at $99, the watch band $35, and the person had offered me $100 for both. So that basically would have been like getting the watch band free. And I wanted to counter that. So I countered at $115. I think it was like around $125 with my bundle discount, something like that. And I countered $115 and she accepted. So that bundle sold for $115, which was a good sale. And then the next item was a skirt sale. So like I mentioned before, skirts are selling more for me. And this was a vintage skirt that I picked up purely based on the style. It looked like something that would go with the stuff in my closet. It was floral and just very like hippie bohemian style. So I had this listed at $30, and I've had it listed for a few months now, and I honestly didn't get a ton of interest. Like it had some likes, but I hadn't gotten any offers or like bites on it yet. And this person offered me $25. It was actually one of my regulars, and I accepted the $25 offer, and that sold. Okay, and my final sale, which came from yesterday, Saturday, was one more bundle sale, and this was a bundle of 2 items, a plus size bundle. I like carrying a variety of sizes, and the first item was a pair of pants, and this was from the boutique side of my closet, so something I had bought wholesale. And then the other item was a skirt that I had found when I was out thrifting, so it was a mix of boutique and wholesale, which is ideal. And the bundle together, I accepted a pretty big discount offer just because, again, I'm trying to have some sales, but I wanted to be reasonable and flexible. So originally the 2 items together, it would have been $44 for the pants, $30 for the skirt, so $74. I accepted an offer of $50. So that's it for my sales this week, Sunday to Saturday. I just counted and I had 23 sales total. A decent amount of bundle sales in there, which is great. And I'm just thankful and grateful for each and every sale right now, especially as we go through these times. But honestly, anytime anyone decides to spend their hard-earned money with me, I always appreciate it. And just the fact that the items I pick out can go off to a new home and someone can enjoy them, I always think that's great. So if you did enjoy this video, if you found it useful, helpful, inspiring, motivating, whatever it may be, go ahead and hit the thumbs up button. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not subscribed to my channel already. I have so many fun videos planned for this week, next week, and beyond. So thank you, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.